My name's Gabriel Desjardins. I'm Director of Product Marketing in Broadcom's Wireless Connectivity Division. This is a group that builds Wi-Fi and Bluetooth chips for smartphones. And basically, we've had pretty long-standing success in the high-end smartphone market. So we supply about 95% of the chips for the real top-end phones in the world. So it wasn't just, by the way, that Broadcom provided the first Wi-Fi 6 client chips to Samsung for the Galaxy S10, but also that Broadcom provided the first Wi-Fi 6 access point chips to Cisco. And what was very, very interesting about the Wi-Fi 6 launch is that Broadcom, Samsung, Cisco all worked together to build an ecosystem and have that ecosystem ready to launch all at the same time. In past, there was a lot of fragmentation in access point ecosystems. You get a few retail APs out early on, and then the enterprise market would follow much later, and nobody knew when clients would come. What we wanted to make sure happened for Wi-Fi 6 was that everything was there at the same time. And so, I had the good fortune to attend the Galaxy S10 Unpacked event, and they spent a good amount of time talking about their partnership with Cisco and talking about how Samsung and Cisco were better together. And that's obviously with Broadcom providing the chips both for the smartphone and for the access point. So I think the big thing that's going to happen in this space is the launch of the 6 and 7 gigahertz bands, both in the US and the EU. So this is all undergoing final regulatory approval, and Broadcom is ready with 6 gigahertz enabled products, and we're going to turn on 6 gigahertz and 160 megahertz channels across our ecosystem as soon as that regulatory approval is available. And we see a lot of interesting user experiences that get enabled by this new spectrum and these wider channels. We can hit much higher throughputs than we've hit in past, which enables use cases that were not possible before. We have a huge amount of available spectrum, totally greenfield technology where there's no contention with existing devices, a very simple proposed way to get access to these channels. And so if you want to go and build high data rate video, low latency AR applications, these things are all possible with the next step in Wi-Fi 6 technology as we add 6 gigahertz and wider channels.